What's up, guys? Welcome back. This is Bamboo. You're watching Bamboo Gaming. Last night, I hit Infinite, and it was, I want to say it was really easy to hit Infinite this season, especially because every time you hit 10 ranks, the next, when you enter into that next next set of 10, they jump you up 5 more ranks. So I want to say within 3 days of playing this game, when I had time off, I got Infinite. Like the first day when Nidavellir was the hot location, I definitely got from 70 to 85. And then 2 days ago, I got from 85 to 95. And then last night, I got the last 5 ranks to hit 105. When you hit 100, you just go straight to 105. And finally got that card back, which I think is really cool. But the deck I really used to get Infinite was old Thanos deck from last season. This deck is very consistent in winning you cubes. I want to say 4 if you are when you have the nuts. I usually the strategy for my snaps here is turn 3 time stone to leech on turn 4, or if I can get Psylocke, not Psylocke, time stone turn 2. Turn 3, I can get Lockjaw if I had Space Stone, Lockjaw to Space Stone. And most of the time, a big body comes out or Leech, and they leave. So, consistent 2 cubes. And I want to say the tech cards that, that I think were really good was OK. I think OK is going to be a staple in my Thanos deck. I think +1 in all your stones, and especially your big bodies like Arrow, Leech, or even extra for Devil Dino. I can't tell you enough how much maybe +2 or +3 more power per lane mattered in my games. There's so many plays here. There's so many ways to be flexible and move in different lane locations with Thanos. Locations are very important because the main weakness in locations with Thanos is not being able to touch other locations, because you are gonna drop a lot of stones. Once you get 2 stones or 2 stones in a lane, you're kind of in a danger zone with a deck like this, unless you can fit 2 big bodies in there without being disrupted by stuff like Debris, Hobgoblin, or Green Goblin. This deck is very powerful. I want to say, make sure you protect your Quinjet. Protect it with armor. Let's say Devil Dino, I want to say, was very important. Sometimes I don't want to use, if I don't have Leech or I have Arrow in my hand or Blue Marvel, if I can choose any card after Time Stone on turn 3, Devil Dino was a great pick. There's so many ways, there's so many options with Time Stone on turn 3. You got Devil Dino, She-Hulk, or Leech. So you can, on turn 3, you can drop 2 stones, and then you can play She-Hulk, or just drop a Time Stone, you can play Devil Dino and Leech. Those were my big plays. Usually, once that happened, it was kind of game over, because that's what you kind of try to do with Lockjaw, especially if you can do Lockjaw and Space Stone. You're praying for a big body. You're praying for Devil Dino. You're praying for Chavez, She-Hulk, Thanos, or Magneto. Magneto, I want to say he has a lot of cogs. Not only just having big power, but having his ability to move 3 or 4 cost cards. I want to say there's several games where I used that certain cog of what he has as his arsenal to win me, sometimes 8 cube games. And every time I try to change things here, this is kind of tried and true. It's not my build. I just got Thanos. I wailed out, and I gotta tell you guys, Space Stone and Time Stone, they are so good. I just hope they don't change Time Stone, but Space Stone definitely is crazy. Soul Stone, how I use Soul Stone, sometimes, like, if I don't have a stone, and Soul Stone is the only card in my hand, and I have a lot of big bodies, Soul Stone really came through just to get that +1 draw. Reality Stone, you have no idea. Like I said, location is very important, and Reality Stone allows you to manipulate locations to hopefully benefit you. I mean, sometimes I got barred with no name, and oh my god, it's just that made me cry a little bit. But I also really tried to be creative to hide that. I usually get Thanos quite often when I get him, or if he comes out of Lockjaw. I really try to get the 21, and sometimes it's pretty easy to get 21 with Thanos. So sometimes they don't expect that, and it's really powerful. And Arrow is definitely a staple. Leech is very staple, and I don't. And I want to say arm. Yeah, I want to say the tech cards, armor, okay, and Devil Dino. Those three to me were the tech cards of this deck. Blue Marvel I think is pretty standard. You kind of want everyone to just have that +1 power. Like I said, +1 is very important. If -1 is if +1 is important in a card, especially you can feel it. Like example, if when Darkhawk players lost that +1 on Darkhawk, they felt it. So you can only imagine how much more powerful your cards feel when okay hits the deck and gives everyone +1. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to like give my takes on the season. The season I want to say was so much more easier. Other than the +5, the strategy I used to get to infinite was I try to find bots. What I mean is, I want to say if the game thinks you're losing a lot, it'll help you get back the cubes that you lost. So it's good to lose, or not lose, but escape. That's the one skill that's so important is escaping, because eventually you get a bot and it'll give you 4-8 cubes. I wasn't still at 90s, and the decks would be really bad decks. They would play like a Domino, then a Blade, then a Mystique without a target, and I was just like, snap, you know? So you'll find bots in the higher ranks, and sometimes I will hunt for bots to get cubes, because cubes to me when I'm playing, especially climbing up, they're very valuable just to hit that rank. And I should say, like, playing a Thanos deck, you can feel the ease of climbing. Like decks like Mr. Negative or Patriot or I want to say Discard, Modok Discard, Electro Sandman Ram, Wave Doctor Doom, and She-Hulk with or Arrow. They're pretty powerful. Like it's just Thanos to me can just do things faster, and they definitely have a lot of options for turn 3 and 4. Like they just have a lot of options. So that's what makes Thanos deck to me really good. I suggest people play it, get the infinite, and just take advantage of Thanos being Thanos, because he will be patched. Devs have tweeted about him and Shuri getting a rework or a nerf. It's I don't want to say nerf, or they just say rework, but it really is a nerf. They're not going to be the same. It's either they're going to change the card or the supporting cards around them that make them so oppressive. But Thanos decks, they struggle a little hard with Shuri, because they do play Cosmo, and sometimes this deck loses to Cosmo and Killmonger if you can't pop off or you don't have the right cards. And if you don't have the cards and they snap on turn 1 and turn 2, that's kind of like the best indicator to leave early game. Late game, if you haven't developed power yet in any of the lanes, and you don't feel confident that you could spread power, that's when you should leave too. I mean, many times I've lost like that, or I misplayed by a point or a card or two. But consistently, if you can play this deck right, you'll hit infinite in no time. Like I said, for me, 3 days of pretty good amount of playing. When I say playing, like, say 3 or 4 hours, 3 hours at a time. So yeah, guys, that's my video, and that's my take with Thanos, and how I kind of view the season. I want to say it was definitely easy to get this. It didn't feel like the last season was so hard. My reaction to winning or getting infinite was definitely just to, I guess, in someone's words, like more organic. It was so triumphant to win last season, but this one was definitely really easy, and I'm pretty glad. Pros and cons. It's still a game. I think you just have fun with it. I like a lot of aspects of this game. I really love Marvel Snap, collecting, playing, being creative with decks, and also just being like having different cosmetics with cards and card backs. It's really cool. So yeah, this game definitely got easier, and it should. I don't think games should be that grindy or that hard. Don't I say don't try to waste players' time. It's very valuable to them. A game like this, like if you're just gonna make it like 5-10 minutes, make them feel like they're really getting a lot out of their 5 and 10 minutes rather than they play 5-10 minutes, they get all the credits for the day, and then they get a title or avatar or some boosters, and that doesn't feel fair. I mean, if you're already getting money, people. I mean, I put money into this. I whaled out on Thanos, so. But that's my take on Marvel Snap and this season. I hope this video was helpful, and thanks for watching, guys. Till next time. Oh, till next time. Peace.